Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tome of Knowledge, where we have a book full of everything you could ever know in your entire life about D&D, and we just hand it to you and say, here you go. This is for you. But we only do it one page at a time.
Via sound waves and audio waves and brain waves. So
yes.
Drink it in.
Ghost waves.
Oh, yeah, Alan. The voice is nice background music to get you nice and calm before I just like Kool-Aid Man style jump through the wall right at you with my harshness. How's everybody doing on this fine day, evening? I am joined by Virtual Spectre and our guest for the evening, Bunny Dreadful. Moobs is gone.
Hi.
He will not be joining us this evening.
I am Boobs. Something McMoobwitch. Pepsi. Fishing.
That's your Moobs impression? That's a pretty damn good one, to be honest.
Yeah, it's pretty good, right? Ska.
Oh my god. I really hope someone clips that and just shows that to Moobs. This is what he's been reduced to.
Just send him the ska part.
For some reason, Amaro on YouTube expects a song to be sung tonight. I don't know who you think we are, but
I'm now expecting a song to be sung tonight as well.
Oh man. And if you didn't know that we are in YouTube right now, we're in it. We're not on it. We're inside the computer in YouTube. YouTube.com/@casters and cantrips, where you can find us. And you can find us there right now. Or you can find us there later because we have VODs too. And if you also didn't know, we have a Patreon. Go check that out. You get early access to all the things in audio format for all of our podcast stuff, among other things. And of course, if you just want to tell us about how much you love our faces or how much you hate our faces, just join our Discord and tell it to my face directly.
Or how much you like or hate our voices.
Yeah. I already said this last episode. I can't take that kind of criticism. So
you can only, you can tell them whatever, but I only want the like, oh, Bum, we love your voice. That's all I want.
Alan tolerates our faces. So instead of being overwhelmed or underwhelmed, he's just whelmed, which is fine by me. I'll take whelmed.
Fair.
Oh, go ahead. Yes, sorry.
I was just saying that's fair.
Yeah. What also is fair is that we're talking about Bard this evening. I don't know if this is an awful segue, but we're talking about Bard changes. And I have not seen any of this. Typically, I think what we've been doing lately is just we'll get the article and we'll just read it. I won't watch the video beforehand. Won't do any other research. And we'll just read it. And these are based on the articles that they had written that are kind of snippets of it. We don't have access to the full book. I will have access to the full book when they give it to me because I already bought it. So whenever that thing unlocks on D&D Beyond, I'm going to read all of it.
Yeah. So these are our genuine first impressions here.
It is. So I say we just jump into it. Let's get to the barding.
Hold on.
All right, we're holding on for Bun.
I thought we were going to talk about like our credentials here.
My credentials is that I have read the Player's Handbook and Dungeon Master's Guide from cover to cover 38 times. Just kidding. I have no idea.
Well, I've never done that. I have played a bard like 5 times. So
that is true.
I've seen people play bard.
Mm-hmm.
I am not a rules person though. So I will be pitching in from I just like to roll bards perspective.
See, I would say that I'm probably a rules person. And then I would say that you're a vibes person. I
am 100% a vibes person. And bards have the best vibes.
And I would say VS is the practical person. He balances us both here.
Yeah. Because I don't know all the rules. I know some.
And he likes some vibes, but not all of them.
That's right.
I like all vibes. You get down with all the vibes. Okay. That's covered.
Is that enough credentials?
Continue. Please commence.
The last time I played a bard, oh man, I think the last time I played a bard was at least 3.5, 4 years ago, and I think I made raps, and I hope no one ever finds that video.
Oh, I remember that. I watched that. That's
one
when
shot.
we were not officially dating yet, and you were trying to impress me, and you somehow let me watch you rap on the internet live.
That's what sealed the deal, everybody. That's when she decided, okay,
yeah,
this guy, all right.
If you want to win the girl, play a bard. You heard it here first.
I will say, little insider knowledge into our good buddy Max. He's more qualified now to play bard than ever.
This is true.
I'm not going to say why.
This is true.
I will not do this. No.
All right, Bun. You've been here.
Bun's last guest appearance on the show. Dun, dun, dun. No.
You've been in our chats, Bun. We always start off with the artwork.
Oh yeah. Okay. So let's look at the artwork.
And we got some very bard art.
Let me scroll. I forgot to pre-scroll. Sorry, everybody. There we go.
I mean, it's very your like typical bard, right? It's like what you think of when you think of a D&D bard. It's giving me
very bardy bard.
Baldur's Gate 3 vibes.
I think that this is about as bard as you get, and from what I've noticed, it seems like most of the articles have two pieces of art, one of which is like you're very much like what you would think when you see like this particular class, and then the other one usually has some sort of like subversion to that. I don't know if this has another piece of art on it, but we'll find out. But now we have to name this bard.
I like that he's casting magic that is music though. Like, can you see that detail where like the magic is like musical notes? It's just like really subtle.
Yeah.
And I like that, but I hate how he is holding a violin. Like, that's not how you play that, sir.
It could be a fiddle or something.
Well, a violin and a fiddle are the same instrument. It's just how you play it.
He's holding a bow in the other hand. So,
but
anyway,
I would say that sounded like really condescending. I'm sorry. I was just excited to drop knowledge about music.
we did just imply that you're the one with actual bard knowledge here. So please continue to talk about your skills.
Maybe it's a flourish. Maybe he was, did one of these and let it ring out and is like, hey, what's up, dog, out in the crowd. And he's like resting the violin because he's not playing at the moment. Because you can clearly
Sterling in the world, and then this is the pose. That's all I'm saying. Like,
I mean, to me, it looks like he's using the bow as a part of his magic casting.
Yeah, that part I'm fine with. The way he's holding the violin is weird.
I cannot play violin, just in case anyone was wondering. I have zero experience with that.
I have more opinions about the art than the rules. We should probably just name it.
We have to name that bard.
I'll talk about it all
day. Yeah, we do.
I would name that bard Vincenzo.
Festivus.
Vincenzo.
Did you say Festivus? Okay.
Yeah, that's his last name. His name is Vincenzo Festivus.
I'm going with Zanzibar.
Zanzibar, very nice.
What was the first name?
It's just one name.
Vincenzo. Yeah, no, yours was Vincenzo.
Vincenzo, yeah.
Vincenzo Z Festivus.
You're making it all in one.
It's all one name now. Yeah.
Amaro. It says Tomas.
Name Amaro?
Alan says violence. GB says Alphonse.
Like Bard.
Zeus says plum diggins.
No, but I would really love it if someone here could make a character named that and let us know how it goes.
I'm picturing a dwarf with an outfit in the style of like an old 49er from like Looney Tunes cartoons with a violin.
It's a fiddle if he's playing it like, yeah.
Does fiddle music.
You can call it a fiddle. It's okay.
Yeah, it can be a fiddle. You still play them both the same way, right?
I don't want to get into it. I don't
Anyway,
I didn't know this episode was going to trigger Max. Okay, onto the rules.
Nice hair.
Yeah, onto the rules. Level 1. I'll read level 1. I'll read level 1. Bardic Inspiration. Flavor text. So it says that the 2014 Bard may give someone Bardic Inspiration, but they may not have a chance to use it or forget to use it in more cases than not. Or they could, anyway. Okay, so it says 2024 Bard, your Bardic Inspiration lasts a full hour. So if your allies don't use it in combat, they might still be able to use it in another D20 test afterward, which is during a dungeon crawl. It doesn't help if they forget about it though. So it's still on the Bard. It says the most impactful change is that a creature who has a Bardic die doesn't have to roll it until after they fail a D20 test. So now they can hoard it until they know it has a chance of actually turning a failure into a success. And a big change delivered also is who can receive your Bardic dice. So it used to be a creature that was able to hear you. And in 2024 rules, it says that they can hear you or see you. I like that because not all bards are musical bards, right? Mm-hmm. Interpretive dance bard, perhaps. And so I like that as a flavor change. And they even say that on there.
Thank you for the subs, everybody.
Oh, thank you, Frankfurter, for the sub. And thank you for the gifted sub, DB, to Kaya. Much appreciated, everybody. But I think those are the big changes. So number one, they can use it until after they know they fail. And it can be whether they see you or hear you. Thank you, DB. Look at those gifted subs just flying around.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Almost hit hype train.
Yeah, and then it's still the same. It's the number of uses are determined by your charisma modifier. I wonder
I don't
why.
think any of these changes are that different, to be honest. Because, well, to be fair, I was already playing it with the hear or see. Like, I was just like,
it's more of a flavor thing from your DM.
That's more of a flavor thing, and that's between you and your DM. I felt like, because it would have been really crappy if it was just like one or the other. So it's a good change, but I don't feel like it's that big of a change.
I'm also a proponent that I think that people have gotten used to, like, oh, your DM can fix it. But as a DM, I would like them to fix it.
I agree. They should have fixed it long before.
Oh yeah.
I like that you have it for a full hour. That's really cool. It adds a lot of utility. So you don't have to be like, do I want to use these for utility? Don't want to use them. You just like give them and let the other players decide what's important to them.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
It used to be 10 minutes though. Now it's an hour, right?
Yeah, this is much nicer of if you don't get to use it, the chance of you getting to use it out of combat is much, much higher now.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of crazy because you get those back on a short rest, right?
I don't remember.
So I feel like
I don't know,
we're gonna have Bardic die out the wazoo. I didn't say. I just said I played him a bunch. I said it at the top of the hour. I did not know rules.
I'm gonna look it up. So you don't have to at home.
Chat says long rest until level 5, and then a short rest.
Yeah, long.
But at 5 it becomes short.
So. I like the change. I like the general change in. I'm just gonna call it 5.5. We know it's 5.5 in our hearts. In 5.5, where a lot of the things are now you can do it after, like, you do the roll or after you know you fail. Like inspiration, like a lot of games homebrew that you just roll it after you figure out you fail anyway. Yeah. Like I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that too, because it leads to more good feelings for the player.
Yeah.
And if you're a game designer, that's what you want.
See? Vibe check.
Vibes.
Right.
Bun, do you want to do level 2 for expertise?
Expertise, level 2. One of the prime appeals of playing a bard is their extreme competence. Oh, really? What? Have I been playing bard wrong? The combination of Jack of all trades and expertise, both being bestowed at level 2, now means that your 2024 Bard is leaning into their skill versatility earlier on in their career. You'll also get expertise for 2 additional skill proficiencies at level 9 instead of 10.
Okay.
Sick.
That's been a theme. That's been a theme of giving more classes expertise earlier on.
I
I
feel
like it.
like it's good, but does this mean people are going to be multi-classing with Bard even more?
Yeah, 2-level dip. I mean, you can get the same thing with a rogue too. I think that they're giving more classes expertises.
Okay. It's more balancing it out.
Expertise. But yeah, it's not. I don't think it's that big of a deal. And man, I like the bards getting it earlier because they're been touted as like the jack of all trades kind of thing in fantasy. So
It does lean into their bard vibe that they've been leaning into with things like the movie, and like a lot of bards that you see in popular games all have that kind of like, I'm an everyman, I can be whatever you need, and scene. I don't know, like they're just kind of like a very entertaining all around talented person.
mm-hmm.
All right. Do you want to do the other level 2 feature?
Oh, this is also level 2. Okay, Song of Rest. One 2014 Bard feature that did not make it into the 2024 version is Song of Rest, which restored extra hit points to the Bard and allies if they spent hit dice to regain hit points at the end of a short rest. The 2024 Bard now gets earlier access to expertise, utility improvements to counter charm, and the major boosts to magical secrets and font of inspiration instead.
They gave you a whole last paragraph to tell you that they took it out.
Yeah, and then they gave me a sentence to act like, but we're giving you all these other things, and I'm like,
it's a common theme
we found. Distract me.
Mm-hmm.
Is that why you had her read that? Yes. Did you read ahead?
Maybe.
Yeah.
So Song wait, they're taking away Song of Rest completely?
Gone.
But I actually use that all the time.
Well,
gone.
No longer.
I just always assumed that was me being annoying around the campfire and helping all my friends, and now I'm just being annoying for no reason.
Yeah, which is weird
because I
it seems
see
like
that a lot of people forget it.
Well, it's weird because it seems like a lot of classes we've seen are getting more things to do on a short rest. So I feel like it would be way useful.
Let's let them cook. Let them cook.
Yeah, if people forget to use it a lot and they want to give you something better, then I'm okay with it.
Let's see if whatever those other changes they mentioned are actually like good. Okay. Level 3, the Bard subclasses. 4 of them. College of Dance. This is brand new Bard subclass. Focuses the Bard's power over the magic of creation into physical art form, dance. College of Dance Bards gain boosts to their defenses when not wearing armor and use their bardic inspiration to fuel powerful unarmed strikes.
I want to pause on this one.
This one was in the UA and it was pretty damn cool.
2 reasons. First, now I'm mad that you didn't tell me that, because I just recently made a bard that does this and I could have used that knowledge mass. So thank you.
I'm pretty sure you watched this episode on Tome Knowledge when we were going over the UA with the bard.
I was probably not paying attention. Second thing I want to bring up is I would like to know rules. No. Vibes. Yay. I want to know VS's opinions on this, because as someone who plays Final Fantasy 14, I find this very interesting.
Well, Final Fantasy 14 Bard is arranged.
I mean the dancer.
Oh, the dancer. I haven't played dancer in that game, but sure, why not? I'm sure you can.
Thing that I didn't think of, like 10 years, I would never have thought that was a thing, and now it feels like I'm seeing dancers. It
makes sense. I will say the subclass makes sense. I feel like for those who don't want to lean into the sing-songy aspect of bards and want more performance-based, I feel like this is kind of the perfect perfect addition to bard subclass.
Yeah, I love it.
What form of dance would you flavor for your bard in the College of Dance?
Breakdancing.
Aka.
I would do river dancing.
Dude, imagine a
dancing's so
breakdancing
good.
bard. All those spinning while you're on your head, kicking people.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But if it's like ballet, that'd be really cool too.
Mm-hmm.
Street Fighter has a character that is a ballet dancer that does ballet throws. So yeah.
I like it, but again, I was already doing this before they added this. So I think what I'm learning from almost every single one of these class changes is that they need to encourage their players to think outside the box better. But if people can't and they need the rules for it, then that's cool. That's good for that. That's good to do.
All right. So next is College of Glamour. The Feywild infused magic of this bard subclass replaces the 2014 enthralling performance with beguiling magic, which adds charm person and mirror image to your prepared spell list and gives you a chance to bestow the charmed or frightened effect on a creature that sees you cast an enchantment or illusion spell within 60 feet. Also, Mantle of Inspiration now grants temporary hit points equal to 2 times the number rolled on your Bardic Inspiration die instead of a flat number. In addition, Mantle of Majesty can now be regained by expending a level 3 plus spell slot. Finally, Unbreakable Majesty can cause the attacker to miss instead of changing targets. So you get a free chance to charm or frighten anytime you cast an enchantment or illusion spell on an enemy within 60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, and then like the beguiling magic. So charm person, mirror image. Mirror image is cool being on their prepared spell list.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the changes. I like them.
Didn't you take those before anyways? Like this is just adding them
auto
so that you kind of have to take them. It seems fine. Yeah. It's all thematic.
So remember when we were talking about Wizard and Illusion Wizard, and I was pitching my ideas for what I thought Illusion Wizard could play like? It seems like College of Glamour has got leans a little bit more in that direction.
Yeah.
Using being able to charm or frighten or have mirror image on create duplicates and all that stuff.
That is a good question, Latte. Is Fairy Fire an illusion or enchantment
trying to
now?
think what it was. I don't know.
I don't know what it is now, if they've changed it or not. To be honest, we don't have the full spell list.
College of Lore. When these studious bards use bardic inspiration to activate cutting words, your role is no longer impacted by whether the creature can hear you or if they're immune to being charmed. Also, Peerless Skill now doesn't expend the bardic inspiration on a failure. Magical Discoveries has been rewritten like Magical Secrets and allows you to replace the chosen spell whenever you gain a bard level.
These all seem like good directions to be moving in. I don't know.
Interesting about
I don't think I've played that one.
Cutting words where it's not impacted by whether a creature can hear you or not, or if they're immune to being charmed. So makes it more versatile.
Yeah. Which is kind of nice because if that's like your bread and butter thing, if you go College of Lore and that's like your whole thing, you kind of want it to work.
Yeah, because the old cutting words was they're immune if they can't hear you or if they're immune to being charmed, and that's just taken away. So it's just anybody now. I'm fine with that.
Okay. College of Valor. These Scalds can now use simple or martial weapon as a spellcasting focus.
Sick.
In addition, that is pretty cool.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. It's just like
in addition, sorry, Bun. Go ahead.
Oh no, sorry. It should have been that way anyways. Like it's good.
Oh. In addition, when a College of Valor Bard gets an extra attack at level 6, you can now cast a cantrip that has a casting time of an action in place of one of those attacks.
It seems more in line with like what the Eldritch Knight gets for fighter and that kind of stuff.
I don't know if that's a good Jesus
I know,
Christ
I'm looking at
or
Zeus like, what?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That, like, they're getting, like, Eldritch Knight has that was kind of unique to them. I don't remember if Blade Dancer Wizard got something like that or not. Let me do a quick deep dive here.
I will say, as someone who has played a College of Valor bard, that does seem like it would be really awesome. Like, because you are kind of trying to be one of those do both things classes if you're going that direction.
I could see it being strong. Yeah.
So
Just seems nice. Yeah.
Eldritch Knight's specific one is War Magic. So at 7th level, when you use your action to cast a cantrip, you can make one weapon attack as a bonus action. So it has nothing to do with the extra attack part of it at all. So it seems that you don't get all the extra fighter attacks because you're casting a cantrip and then get a bonus action weapon attack as that. But Bard is just like, you're going to get extra attack, which you only get one as a Bard. And then one of them can be a cantrip. It seems
Have you all
like.
done the fighter class yet?
I have.
No, I mean, have you read the new changes? Like, maybe.
I thought you meant played an Eldritch Knight.
Yeah, I'm saying maybe they've buffed Eldritch Knight too. We don't really know.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't say this is bad because it makes that worse until we know what's actually happening with that kind of thing. That's all.
True. Let's look at the Blade Dancer. Did they have anything like that, or they just get the extra attack at 6?
I mean, all of this is making me want to play a bard again, so I feel like they're doing their job in some way.
Yeah. So this extra attack is the exact same as what Blade Singer got, not Blade Dancer. Sorry, Blade Singer. Their extra attack works exactly the same way. It just says you can attack twice instead of once when you make the attack action, and then one of them can be a cantrip. So exactly the same as Blade Singer.
Interesting.
Anyway.
All right.
I like the simpler martial weapon as a spellcasting focus, which opens it up more easily for like dual wielding if you wanted to, which seems fun.
Yeah. All right. Shall we move on?
Yeah. And Latte, you were on top of that with the Blade Singer one. While I was looking it up, I should have just looked in the chat. I should have just had you all do this for me.
We're outsourcing now.
Level 5, Font of Inspiration. The 2024 Bard includes an additional way for bards to recover expended bardic dice. Once you reach level 5, you can expend a spell slot to regain a use of bardic inspiration. This does not cost an action, so you can choose to use it when you want to expend the bardic dice. Let's see. Bardic inspiration, it's like more flavor there. It's like two paragraphs of flavor. I don't understand. Yeah. So I'm gonna highlight
College of Lore bard wrote this.
all of this. All of that is flavor. This is flavor text that I'm highlighted on the stream.
The important part to talk about is literally just the spell slot thing.
And this. All of that's flavor text. There's one sentence that's actually substance. The substance here is, once you reach level 5, you can expend a spell slot to regain a use of bardic inspiration. It does not cost an action. Oh man. Okay.
No, Latte. It doesn't say anything about the spell slot level. You just expend one, right?
Yeah, I don't see anything about that. So I wonder if that might be like in the full bard, because I don't know. In Font of Inspiration used to be you regain all your expended uses of bardic inspiration when you finish a short or long rest, and then now saying you can spend spell slots. I like that, honestly. I do like that change.
Cool. Yeah, I think it's really cool.
more versatility. Like there's other things like Druid can like burn spell slots for wild shapes and stuff like that to like get
I
their
actually
core
like
feature back.
Any class that has the concept of burning a spell slot to do more of their core feature, because it lets the player play it more the way they want to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's for free, like what Latte is saying. You just do it. Cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
On to you,
Okay.
VS, sir.
Oh, it's me?
It's me,
I think so.
technically.
Oh, it's you. No, you do it then, bud.
Are we
I'm
on
glad
Counter
someone's paying
Charm?
attention. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, we are.
Okay, Counter Charm is moved from level 6 to 7. It used to take an action and would last until the next turn, granting advantage to allies on saving throws against being frightened or charmed. So you had to really hope that an enemy tried to frighten or charm your party to feel like it was worth it. The 2024 Bard's Counter Charm is a reaction. Oh, and you don't have to use it until after you or your ally fails their saving throw. Interesting. Against an effect that applies to the frightened or charmed condition. Your ally then gets to reroll their save with advantage. This means with your counter charm, your allies now have up to 3 chances to succeed on their save against being charmed or frightened. Plus, this feature doesn't have a limited number of uses, so it can be used each round when you or one of your party members are being talked into joining a vampire's cult. Weird example, but cool. This feels way stronger, which is nice because I don't think I've ever seen that used successfully in a game. Not once. I've never used it, and I've played with lots of other bards, and I've never seen it used successfully. So,
yeah, it's a very conditional like use for specific situations. So allowing you to, in those instances, be able to help your teammates a lot more and a lot easier is pretty cool. For when those conditions do arise.
Yeah, in the previous one, it was like, I'm going to spend my whole action doing counter charm and hope someone within range, tries to get frightened or charmed.
Mm.
Yeah, this is good. It's situational, like you said. It may not come up in a campaign, but if it does come up, like the chances of this actually being beneficial are huge comparatively.
And what Latte is saying too is that there is a reaction cost. So it's yeah, and it's a choice. Do you want to help your buddy out, or do you want to like shield or like counterspell or opportunity attack or whatnot?
I like the idea that the fight isn't necessarily just going to be like easy now. It's a trade-off, and you have to choose what's more important. So I think that's good. I think that's smart.
And I'll say, if Zeus is saying he's never seen it used like in the proper like setting properly, it's like impossible to actually utilize, then that's a problem. Because Zeus has played a lot of fucking D&D, and if he hasn't seen it, then I'll take that. Awesome.
Okay. Level 10, Magical Secrets. Magical Secrets has been buffed from 2014. Instead of getting 3 chances to access another class's spell list at fixed level intervals, Magical Secrets now lets you select spells from the Cleric, Druid, or Wizard spell list every time you can add to your prepared spell list, and have them count as Bard spells.
Whoa.
Means bards between level 10 through 20, you can choose spells from 4 different classes. Plus, when you replace a bard spell from your prepared spell list, you can replace it with a spell from another class's spell list.
Whoa. This just seems like they're just buffing a thing that already existed. They're making it more frequent. But
which buffing.
Is huge. Oh yeah, that's way. But I like it because if you're gonna sit here and tell me that the bard is meant to be a jack of all trades and they're skilled at everything and they can do a little bit of everything, like that kind of makes sense. But it is wild that you could literally like just take wizard spells for like every spell and basically just be like, I'm a wizard with bardic inspiration now.
Yeah. Well, even that, aside from like what you were saying with wizard, like cleric and druid too, vastly different spell lists that have all kinds of crazy utility and other fun things in them.
Yeah, you could
Spirit
almost turn the
Guardians,
bard.
anybody?
Yeah, you could almost turn the bard into a pseudo healer if you
Yeah.
just got cleric spells.
I mean, I'm not upset. This just means I'm going to play more bards. I love it.
Flavor wise, everybody says music can heal the soul.
Yeah.
There you go.
Or dancing. They say that about dancing too.
You could play a soul man. And you can sing that song every single time.
I think that's cool. It really, because it gives you a lot of flexibility as how you want to play your bard. I worry about it, how it balances with the rest of the rules and like what that means. Like, I feel like they're giving bard like all this flexibility and all these options and all these choices. And then over here, they're like, ranger, go sit in the corner. I don't know. I'm just confused, but I like this stuff.
I think like, imagine if you will, an Oops All Bards adventure, but there's so many different options. Like maybe you have a bard that just goes all in on cleric, another one that goes all in on druid, aside from even the subclasses.
I could take all ranger spells and be a better ranger than the ranger.
Oh boy, don't start. You can't take ranger spells, it's not in there. It's cleric or druid, but a lot of druid has overlap.
Yeah, same difference.
Oh man. Is it on me now?
Yeah.
Superior inspiration. Moved from 20 to 18. So in 2014, it allowed you to regain 1 use of Bardic Inspiration if your pool was depleted, then you roll initiative. In 2024, you can regain up to 2 expended uses of Bardic Inspiration if your current pool has less than that. So if you have 1 use, you'll get 1 extra. If you have 0 uses, you'll get 2. This is pretty standard for...
Just doesn't feel very exciting for a level 18.
It sure didn't feel exciting for level 20, so I'm glad they moved it down.
True. But it's also like they already gave me a way to get my uses back by using spell slots.
Spell slots and short rest and long rest.
Yeah. So it's like, do I need another way to get it back for my level 18?
This is kind of in line with like Barbarian getting like Rage back. I think Druid, did they get some wild shape back? I don't remember.
They do get a wild shape thing. I can't remember what it is though.
Maybe maybe it's they're counting on, because of the changes to Bardic Inspiration and how the different subclasses utilize them. Maybe they're counting on people like not forgetting them and actually using them. So you tend to run out more. I don't know.
I just think they could have done something a little more interesting. That's all.
It's still tied to your charisma modifier too. So like at best case at level 18, you're going to have 20 charisma without any magical items. So you're going to have +5. So you would have 5 Bardic Inspirations to use.
Then how many level 1 spell slots do you have at that level?
You're full caster, so a lot.
So if you don't need your reactions, you're looking at lots of Bardic Inspirations is all I'm saying.
But now you'll never run out, so you can just hand them out like candy.
Yeah, you're literally like, who wants candy? Love it.
Yeah. I think you're right though. It's not that exciting, and the amount of people that will actually get use of this will be probably relatively low because not many games run up to these levels. So
I just feel like you make it all the way to level 18 and that's all you get. It's like, oh, okay.
I know we've talked about this before, and it is so in the chat. Like most people aren't going to have that many encounters in a day. But
you're not going to need this, I don't think.
Yeah, unless you're dungeon delving or you're going a long time without resting, but that's kind of few and far between. It's especially in my campaign.
Okay.
Yeah, Zeus is talking about it in chat. Like it's just you're not going to run into this hardly ever. Oh well, that's the only real miss for me so far.
There was only 1 piece of art in this whole thing. Anyway, go ahead.
Not 2?
Nope, not 2.
Okay, now I'm really upset actually.
Same.
Is it my turn to read?
It is your turn for level 19.
Level 19, Epic Boon. Epic boons are a new type of feat introduced in the revised core rule set. They're all required to be level 19 to access. Level 19 bard has access to one epic boon of their choice or another feat they qualify for. Oh, so you pick a boon or a feat?
Yeah.
There are 12 epic boons. Is this not just a bard thing? These epic boons are like
Anybody gets one, yeah.
They provide a recommended one.
Okay.
But
boon of spell recall. This would be a recommended one. Increase your intelligence, wisdom, charisma score by 1 for a maximum of 30. Oh, you can. There's things that let you go over a maximum of 20 now.
This epic boon and some other
whenever,
stuff.
Whenever you cast a spell with a level 1 to 4 spell slot, roll a d4, and if the roll matches the spell level, you don't expend the spell slot. Well, that has some interesting synchronicity with the spending spell slots to get bardic inspirations.
Yeah, and I think they had the same recommended for wizard.
That I don't know if that one would work for spending a spell slot to get inspiration back, because it says when you cast a spell. So yeah. I don't know if that would work for getting an inspiration back.
It's a chance to not.
I want to see the full list of boons.
So they have 2 more listed here. There's the boon of skill, which gives you proficiencies in all skills and gives you another expertise. And then they also recommend the boon of speed, which lets you disengage as a bonus action and add 30 feet to your speed, which is nice if you're not going to be using any of your reactions for other things. Having that free disengage bonus action means you won't be needing your reactions for a lot of other things. So
good for College of Dance
too. Yeah, it's very good for College of Dance. Wow. Interesting.
Interesting boon of skill gives you proficiencies in all skills. I also didn't see the feature Jack of all trades that they usually get, right?
It's there. It's not changing.
It is not changing.
You mentioned at the beginning. It just says, something like, yeah, you have that. This is why bards are cool. I don't know.
That's right. At the very, very top, it's like we're not covering it because it doesn't change. Yeah. Okay, never mind. False alarm.
I don't mind this, but I also feel like bard players are going to be insufferable to play with, because like anytime it's like, anybody want to roll? I'll do it. They can just roll for everything. You don't need anybody else. This is like when I play Baldur's Gate 3, I play bards. I don't need anybody else in my party. No one's going to make it to this level, so I'm just really not bothered by any of this level 1920 stuff.
I go ahead, BS.
Time to round things off. Level 20, Words of Creation. Your new level 20 feature really plays up the idea that Bard has mastered magic of creation. To the point where you have power over life and death. Words of Creation adds two most powerful level 9 spells to your prepared spell list: Power Word Kill and Power Word Heal. Bards can manipulate this power, blah, blah, blah. Words of Creation allows you to cast these level 9 spells on a second creature within 10 feet of the original target.
What? What?
Boy.
So quick TLDR. I don't know if these are changed for 2024 or not, but I'm going to go with what I know for Power Word Kill. The way the Power Word Kill works is if you have 100 hit points or fewer, you die. That's it. That's the spell.
I mean, if you make it to level 20, you're playing in god level combat. So nothing you're fighting has less HP than that.
Yeah. And with Amaro's suggestion is you have to do, finger guns when you Power Word Kill somebody.
100%, yes.
Power Word Heal, on the other hand, and these are 2014, I don't have access to the new ones. It's basically you touch someone and they regain all their hit points, and they are no longer charmed, frightened, paralyzed, or stunned. And if they're prone, they can use their reaction to stand.
And at level 20, you can do that to two people if they're close enough to each other.
On the back and say, "Here you go.
You're a fighter and you're a barbarian. Now have full health again."
And I will say,
so you just be like, Dead.
No. Finger guns for power word death.
Dead.
Yeah. And then you got a finger gun, and then you got to spit in your finger guns and holster them. I'm right with you though, Bun, is that this is level 20. So when you
doesn't matter.
Yeah, when you reach that level of a campaign, like, okay, right? That's like we're in full on Silly Town at that point. You're literally fighting gods.
I want to play the Silly Town campaign.
Yeah.
Zeus, I read that like Reaper from Overwatch. Die.
Yeah. I mean,
I think they're understanding what people want out of Bard is that they want versatility and they want like utility. They just want to be able to do like a variety of things well.
Yeah.
But I was kind of hoping for something a little more like, I don't know. I feel like something's missing. But it's better than other ones we've.
Could there be a level 20 dungeon where the DM's like, oops, all Tarrasques?
I will say without getting too off the rails here, like the D&D 5th edition version of a Tarrasque is nowhere near as powerful as people like. It was scarier in other editions, I think. It's just a sack of hit points with some other stuff, I think, in 5th edition right now. So
I do want to agree with what Latte is saying in chat too, is like players want to be a jack of all trades. They don't necessarily want to be an expert in everything. And I will agree with that. And that is what I feel is kind of off the mark here, is like, I don't want to be perfect in everything. That's not why you're playing a bard. Like you want to be decent. You want to be like, okay at everything. But
yeah,
so it feels like they could have, there's something missing. Yeah.
I don't think they're necessarily pushing the player towards being a jack of all trades. I think they're giving you the options to specialize really hard if you want to.
Yeah, I feel that with
and
like
then the option to be a jack of all trades is there if that's the type of bard you want to be.
Yeah, it's interesting. Excuse me. I do like these. I should read more about them. I like these epic boons, and I like that you don't have to. Yeah.
And then Alan's right.
Like
what epic
optional.
boons are in the current edition are things you can reward players if they continue to play after level 20, or you can give someone epic boons for like creative parts of your story, or if they do something heroic, you can hand those out, that kind of stuff. So
can I say something spicy?
Please do.
I think if you're a DM and you're letting your party get to level 20, either you haven't killed them or given them a reason to retire and end the campaign. I think you're just doing it wrong. You're getting there too fast. Someone's like, what? How are you? Why is it getting there?
Well, you can't say they got there too fast because maybe it took them 5 years of playing.
Right, but like, I don't know. Let your characters retire. Give them a break. Play someone new.
Some people really like their characters, man.
Kill them. Kill their characters.
No. I think
things. You said yes.
I think like I don't know if I'm built as a DM to do a level like 1 to 20 campaign, because I don't know if I could create a compelling narrative that can go that long.
I'm saying you're doing it wrong if you're trying to make it level 1 to 20 campaign.
But there could be other style of campaigns, because I typically like the more narrative focused with like full autonomy to like play in the sandbox. But a full on like West Marches style campaign where they have a home base and they go out and do things and come back, that would be much easier to do on a level 20.
I was thinking like it doesn't. You could also. Doesn't have to be like a level 1 to 20. You can always start a game at like level 15 and do like We're the Avengers
epic
basically.
Level, yeah.
And it won't necessarily be a long campaign.
I'm not saying there wouldn't be reasons to have level 20 exist. I'm just saying that it's not, it shouldn't. I don't know why people, I don't know how people end up even playing in these games is what I'm saying. Like, I just think they're doing it wrong. I think they're doing it wrong. I think you're missing the point. Level 1's the best level.
I disagree. Level 3 is the best level,
Yeah.
which
I
is
just
why I
like
start my
being a
campaigns
useless
level
fuck
3.
up and not a Gandalf the White, I guess. But that's just me.
I like level 3 too. Because
I like having nothing. I like having to think and problem solve and have nothing. And I don't like having. That's it. I'm giving up all my levels. Emmy's now level 1. No, I'm just kidding.
You heard it here first, everybody.
that's like, I could see that being fun for a few sessions, but then at some point I would be like, I would like to do something else other than swing my hatchet.
I just think like level 20 is for a character. It's like, let's see where a character is when they're 80 and they've reached their maximum power, but they're literally retired because they don't think it's fair for them to even go into, like, you know what I mean? Like, you're literally Gandalf at that point,
So
And even he's not this powerful. Gandalf can't do this.
you leave Gandalf alone, first off. Second off, I think that if you are in a campaign and you spend more than a session, maybe 2 at level 1, you should probably speed that up a little bit. It's my opinion.
I don't know. I like slower. I think a lot of games go really fast.
Yeah.
But I'm one of those players that's, you touch our campaign. This is about me. This is not about the campaign. Don't you penalize VS over here just because he happened to join
these
the call
things
tonight.
and I can internalize things, but please go ahead.
I just think that, I don't know. I just think people should spend more time at lower levels. It's not a video game. If you want a power level, go play WoW. Like, whatever.
Well, that's where milestone comes in. Then it's kind of up to the DM based on your accomplishments as a group.
And that's why I said the DMs are doing it wrong.
All right.
I said it was spicy.
Here's my hot take, and then we're gonna wrap it up. And this is
the Bun's not invited back to rules chats.
Here's my hot take for the stream. I think our campaigns are too long.
I disagree, sir.
I think
you gotta
should
give
be cut.
Time to fall in love with the characters, man.
Hey,
I think
I'm ready, Max. If you want to throw the final big encounter at us, I'm ready.
I think at a 30 to 40 episode would be plenty.
What?
Mm-hmm.
I want to know from chat. I want to know from listeners. If you're listening to this, what can you imagine a whole season being over in 50 episodes?
I said 30 or 40.
With our current crew, we would have gotten nothing done. So this is a travesty.
I would also structure I would also plan for that ahead of time, knowing that I wanted to keep it that length.
I think if you're going to do it shorter, I would want to start at a higher level, and I would make a character with knowing that going in, there'd be a way to do it. But it means that you really can't go off on side quests or tangents or spend too much time role playing because like you're on the clock. Like, I don't know. That's stressful.
I don't know. VS just wants me to hurry up because he's just crossing his fingers that a sort of dark horror game is on the horizon.
Wait, is that on the table? Yes, 40 episodes.
I don't know that's on the table.
Let's go. I'm with me and VS over here, high-fiving. We want grim dark, dark horror.
I'm down for whatever.
What is it? Souls like? Let's go.
It
would be a grim dark sort of like, yeah.
So what are you running this?
Bloodborne looking campaign would be pretty sick. A lot of Helsing.
This is not the first time I've heard this, but anyway,
I'm super excited for VS's campaign that he just said he was running. Sounds great.
But if this is the first time you're hearing this, our show, Tome Knowledge, thanks for listening. Let us know in our Discord what you want us to talk about next. There are some other classes we have not discussed, so I want to hear what your favorites are. Discord.gg/casters and cantrips. And as always, youtube.com/@casters and cantrips to watch our liveness and our past liveness. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching.
Thanks for the vibes.
We will see you on Friday for episode 50 of the campaign.
Last episode?
Oh no, it's not. We'll see you there. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.